And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Thursday, March 13th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. A Thursday morning, and we're glad to get started and to have you with us, and of course to be on the air for Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, the dealer that'll trade for anything it don't eat. Ronnie Kelly's with us this morning. Ronnie, good morning.
Good morning.
And, of course, Paul told me, I don't know whether he told our audience or not last week, that he wouldn't be here. We say special assignment. What did you say? I mean, special mission, special...
Yeah, special assignment.
Okay, well, we know that he's enjoying himself, and think baseball and golf might be occupying his mind this week.
I would say so.
But, Ronnie, you have been selling cars at Bates Ford for a long time, and even before that at Burchett Ford, 38 years.
Yes, sir.
Made a lot of friends. You have third-generation people come to you to buy cars, don't you?
Yes, have a lot of people from third generation come to me, and it's a great thing, and by us moving into a new location, it makes things even better. You know, I'm kind of shocked the way when they were talking about building the dealership and putting it on the interstate, it's a lot of people come in from the interstate and say, hey, I saw this car on the lot. I want to come by and look at these cars. And we've done a lot of great business from people that's coming off interstate.
Well, it is Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road. This location is about less than a year and a half old. You started around Thanksgiving in 2023.
23, correct.
And you are still the dealer that'll trade for anything it don't eat.
Yes, and right now we do have a lot of vehicles on a lot. I want to say that we got over 400 vehicles on a lot, in new and used. And the great thing about it, we got a lot of selection to choose from. Mm-hmm. We got so many different styles of vehicles and about any price range that you could even think of. So, and we're glad that we have that many vehicles, and we got a great sales staff, and I think we got about 13 salespeople, and we're staying busy each and every day, and service is a big part of it also. So we get a lot of business from service.
Well, we've talked about this before, and you have different specials even for service from time to time, and some that are permanent, like the oil change, up to 5 quarts for $39.95, as long as it's not synthetic oil.
Right.
But what the point is, you do an inspection. Whatever work just about you do, you're going to look the car over a little bit, and if there's something else that's not up to par, it might be time to trade, so that's kind of where you come in.
Right, that's where I come in at. But but the good thing about service, when you bring a vehicle to us to get it serviced, and Paul, the technicians, they go over that vehicle and they check all the fluid levels and they check all the belts and hoses, and a lot of times you go to other places, you don't get that type of service, and then they'll come back and they'll let you know. They check your tires, they check everything on that vehicle, and they'll come back and sit down with you and show you whatever's in green. If it's something that needs to be done, they'll let you know that you can get it done today or you can wait. You know?
Well, I've experienced that a number of times myself, and it's a pretty complete check of your car, and then if something is wrong, and at least you're told about it, and you have an opportunity to fix it then, or if you want to wait a little while, that's up to you, but at least you know about it.
Yes, and another part of our service, we got a pickup and delivery service, and that pickup and delivery service has been a great thing for us also, and it's continued to grow. And we're using more people and hiring other people to help with that service. And I'm going around telling people about that service. And I do a lot, community work also and do service and relations. And we do a lot of that right now. So.
Well, I know 2 people here who've taken advantage of it more than once, MJ and Billy, and it's worked fine for them.
Yes, and we remember that, we are the dealer to trade for anything that don't eat. If you got anything you want to turn into cash, you bring it by Bates Ford, and we'll put a number on it and try to make it work.
You're still doing that from time to time.
Yes.
Maybe not every day, but probably every week.
We do it every week, and we always get some strange things come in.
Yeah. Well, you do have tires and batteries, too, and Paul likes to mention those because he says you'll beat anybody's tire price.
We'll beat or meet everyone.
Meet or beat, all right.
Meet or beat.
And I believe the batteries are still one...
They went up just a little bit,
over $200.
Right. They went up a little bit.
But on a lot of cars, if it's fairly easy to get to, you'll even change the battery out for them.
That's right. Don't charge me anything.
If it's more difficult, and maybe you have to undo half the trunk to get to it, it might be a little charge.
Yes.
But your price on batteries is very good, very competitive.
Mm-hmm. Very competitive.
Yeah. All of this at Bates Ford, now at 1780 Franklin Road. You can see it from the interstate, as Ronnie said, and they continue to be the dealer. It'll trade for anything it don't eat, and you're still open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 to 6 on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. Your sales department, anyway.
Right, sales department. Service is about 1 o'clock, 8 to 1.
Okay. And Ronnie is still selling cars at Bates Ford.
Correct. We're doing all we can do to make it happen.
Good to have you with us today. Have a good one, and we'll do it again next week.
Thank you.
All right. Ronnie Kelly again with Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, the dealer that'll trade for anything it don't eat. 10 minutes after the hour. This is the Thursday we feature the Lebanon Police Department, and I got two guys named Zach who come out to tell us what's happening, running the Police Public Information Department, and that would be Zach Patton and Zach Green. And good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Coleman, good morning. It's always great to be here on a Thursday morning.
Well, we appreciate you. You fellows are quite young by my. Compared with me, you're really young, and I'm really old, I guess. But anyway, both of you have come to be policemen. Policeman is your work, and so far, pretty much your career, I think. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we've got a lot to talk about. So Zach Patton, get us started.
Yeah, well, it's that time of year where weather is becoming a concern for our area, and we are going to be in kind of a weather-aware state this weekend. So we do have some possible severe weather moving into our area this weekend. We're looking at 2 different rounds of severe weather. One's going to be Friday night, early Saturday morning, and then another round later Saturday. So the latest kind of update I saw from the National Weather Service this morning is our Friday night window, early Saturday morning window is anywhere between 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Saturday. That's when that first round's going to come through. So with that being said, that's going to be a potentially overnight system, and that's where it's going to be so critical that you have a way to receive weather alerts, whether that be a weather radio, your cell phone, or staying up just to keep track of the weather. They're saying all severe weather modes are possible. So we're going to get a little break in the day, and then that next round of severe weather is going to come in. Right now, the timing exactly is unknown, but the broad time they gave for that second round is going to be noon on Saturday to essentially 12 a.m. So that's when the next round could be coming through. And like I said, they're saying all things are possible with this system. So that's why it's just going to be so important to stay weather aware and have that, have that weather, that way you can get your weather alerts and things like that. You can sign up for our text alert system by going to LebanonPD.org /alerts and sign up through there. You obviously have got the news and weather radios and things like that. So we encourage you to stay weather aware this weekend because it's
what does an alert that comes on a few days in advance like this does? What does that do to the police department? And I think we have pretty good idea about YouTube because you've got your eyes glued to that and are trying to make people aware. But the whole police department, they're a little bit more on alert for this kind of thing and anticipating the worst and hoping for the best. Is that kind of the mode?
Well, yeah, it is unfortunately kind of that, preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. We start kind of watching these weather systems several days out in advance. We can prepare extra resources to be on hand. So we'll have extra resources on hand this weekend just in case, something happens or, officers have to go door to door, start telling people that something's coming. So we take.
do have that happen sometimes. Officers going door to door.
If we have the ability, if we have the enough time to do that, yes, we will. Especially, like I said, with this being an overnight system, some people may not wake up to their phones, or they may not have that weather radio. So if we have enough advanced timing, we'll do in-person notifications if we have to help preserve our community.
Well, Zach Green, we hadn't heard anything much from you. I mean, you agree, I'm sure. Anything you want to add to that?
To the weather stuff, Zach's hit the nail on the head there. Zach is glued to the National Weather Service day in, day out, trying to prepare, trying to get ready to open up our emergency coordination center, coordinating with our ESU guys and our dispatch personnel to staff that. So we're good to go. I think overall, echoing what Zach said, is making sure that everyone's going to be weather aware this weekend, because there is the potential for tornadoes, hail, all of it, high winds, So as long as you've got a way to receive that information, I think you're good to go.
Right, and just being aware that of the possibilities, and then staying alert and then acting accordingly, depending on what comes down the pike. It may be that you don't have to do anything, but it may be that you need to make a run for it. That happens sometimes.
Yep, and I'm no meteorologist, but we stay in close communication with the National Weather Service, and WEMA just actually hired a meteorologist, so I've been talking to her too. So I try to exhaust all of our resources when it comes to disseminating information to our public, because it's really important, and especially in something like this. So
okay, well, you've got a lot. We have a number of other things to talk about, and we're going to do that after we go to a break. It's time for a break here on Coleman and Company FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator, plus 0% financing going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Trying to clean up the paperwork on this wreck. 24 westbound at 440 that's clogged up traffic for folks trying to get through Antioch. Right now on 24 westbound as you approach 440. Again, this crash is in its cleanup stages. Starting to build again. 65 southbound through Millersville. It's gotten heavier out of Dixon County on 40 eastbound as you work your way towards Kingston Springs. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken has karaoke every Thursday night. That's tonight at the Tanger location. Order online today at princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Have you ever desired to live in a stately historical home in the Lebanon Historical District? If so, now you have the opportunity. This is Luann Snyder of A.G. & Johnson Realty, and along with Ed James, we have a large 2-story home listed in the Cumberland University Historic District. It features a brand new roof plus a new HVAC system. Call Ed or myself, Luann, at 615-444-0909 to schedule a tour.
Hello, my name is Drew Dalton Akawumi from Des Moines, Washington, and I play shortstop and center field for the Cumberland Phoenix. We have a huge weekend ahead of us as we open up Mid-South Conference play on the weekend at Lindsey Wilson. Hear all the action on these radio stations at GoCumberlandAthletics.com. Check out the CU website for game times. You won't want to miss a pitch. Go Phoenix.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday morning. Zach Patton, Zach Green, Lebanon Police Public Information Officers are with us, and we've talked hopefully enough about the weather. There's a chance of some pretty bad weather coming in Friday night, Saturday, and we've talked about that. Just continue to be aware and stay alert and watch for weather bulletins and whatever. And you be good to have a weather radio, your phone, some way to get alerts. And like I said, I guess that's enough about that. Let's move to some other things you're doing, Zach Patton.
Well, yeah, we've been out in the community quite a bit here lately, and I'll let Zach talk more a little bit about that. That's kind of more his realm.
Absolutely, I think we've hit the weather, and every time we come here, it seems like we've got something to talk about the weather. So we'll lighten it up, and we'll talk about what we've done out in the community. Our Chicken with a Cop event, since we last spoke, we're very, very thankful with our partnership with Chick-fil-A. They're awesome people, and they accommodate fantastic. So that was a very intimate event for us. We had some officers out there. We got behind the counter, started handing out chicken to the people that had showed up, running orders. And that's a very, very, very fun event. We've also, our DARE officer was out for...
Well, now, let me interrupt you here.
Okay.
You're behind the counter. You're taking an order. Somebody said, I want this. You didn't get any of them messed up.
I wasn't putting it in. I don't know how to do all that, but I was wearing my cow hat, and I was walking orders out to the lobby, and we had some officers in the drive-through handing orders out there.
You were doing what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. But there was the 8th grade career fair out at the Expo Center. Our DARE officer was out there the majority of the time. Zach and I popped in as much as we could. But feedback from that was awesome. All the 8th grade students from across Wilson County came and learned about the Lebanon Police Department from him. Wilson County Sheriff's Office was there. WEMA was out there. Vandy Health was out there. The TBI was out there. It was an awesome event for those 8th grade students to figure out what they're interested in coming into that high school. Looking at...
You have an estimate of how many students you're talking about here?
Around 2,000, I think. It was around 2,000. It was every 8th grader in Wilson County. So it was spanned over 2 days, and every middle school. So, even the middle schools in Mount Juliet came. And so it, as Zach said, it's just a really good event to kind of, for 8th graders to find an interest in something going into high school, because our high schools here in Wilson County are real good about having a elective focus and, going into that trade field, or whether it be medical or whatever it may be. So it was good for these 8th graders to kind of get an idea what potentially they may be interested to explore in high school.
And this is the first time you've done that with 8th graders?
Yeah, they did it last year. This is the first time that I've had any kind of hand in it. And feedback from last year, they loved it. So we made it a point to have officers out there again this year, and it was a success, all things considered.
Are you able to identify well with them? Some of their questions may be a little bit elementary, I guess, but you have good answers, no doubt.
I'd say the good bulk of them had mature, inquisitive questions. They genuinely wanted to know more about the profession, and they might ask about something a little more off the wall than someone in college, but we did our best to answer questions to the best of our ability.
So you're still going to do it again if all goes well.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. That was a very fun event.
What else?
Well, circling back to that Chick-fil-A event, I want to touch on that. That's such a good event, and when we publicize things like that, it gets other businesses in our community interested in partnering with us. So we've had Zaxby's and BJ's Hot Chicken on the Square reach out, and they want to partner with us after they see us do that Chick-fil-A event, and we're always opening to partner with other businesses and reach as many people as possible. So that's a really cool thing that sometimes we see after we do an event like that. And it's so easy for officers to engage and humanize themselves at events like that. So that's why those events are extremely important for our department to do. So.
Well, let me piggyback off that as well, because not only are more businesses wanting to interact with us, I got a phone call from a lieutenant out at Bristol, Tennessee Police Department wanting to copy the Chicken with a Cop because they'd seen it on Facebook and they wanted to know how it ran because they're trying to further their community engagement mission. So, not saying Chicken with a Cop's the only one, but these community events we're seeing the return. We're seeing the return, whether it be from officers on the street working patrol, whether it be from the people coming to the events, the community that are wanting to partner with us, or outside agencies that are just wanting something, guidance on how to run those missions. It's really, really cool.
Well, it says a lot too. It's really a compliment if somebody. Did you say Bristol? I guess Bristol's considerably larger than Lebanon. I'm thinking it is. If a place like that sees this and goes, "Hey, what are you doing here? We might want to do what you're doing."
Right. Absolutely. It's It's really cool what we're doing, and I'm very thankful that we've got the team that we do, that we're allowed to go out there and interact with the community in the way that we do.
Mm-hmm. Well, how things as far as the police beat goes?
I did want to circle back around to some public safety thing. And a couple weeks ago, we had some juveniles going around and getting in cars that were unlocked. And when we see cars that have been burglarized, more times than not, that car was unlocked. So we do want to just remind you to lock your car. Make sure you remove or secure any valuables you may have inside, because if your car's unlocked and you got valuables laying out, that makes you a very easy target. Now, not to say, smashing windows don't happen, because every once in a while that does happen, but the majority.
So much easier at cars unlocked.
Exactly. So and it can be a common mistake sometimes when you walk in just to forget to lock your car. But just take an extra few seconds just to make sure your car is locked and you don't have any valuables in plain sight, and make sure they're secured and whatnot. Because we don't want you to become a victim, because we have people come into our community that commit these crimes.
Well, I don't have a lot of valuables in my car, and I used to never lock it, never. But I guess it's probably been the last 20 years. Somebody was doing just the opposite and mentioned that, and maybe I ought to lock my car. And ever since I have. I mean, my car's locked right now, even here at the radio station. When I get out, that's the first thing I do is lock my car door. And I just think that is a very good thing. And if everybody would do that, we would probably have less thefts, and for sure they would have to break in and not just open the door and get it.
Well, sometimes you go to the extreme as someone leaves a firearm inside that vehicle, and then a criminal goes into that car that's unlocked and grabs your firearm, and now there's a criminal has a firearm. So that's also very dangerous too. So that's another reason. Lock your cars, remove or secure your valuables, and it's like I said, we don't want you to become a victim.
As far as securing your valuables, if you have a trunk, a lot of cars don't have trunks anymore. But I always felt like the trunk was a pretty safe place. It's locked and it's hard to get to. What about that? Is that maybe the safest place if you got something fairly valuable?
It's a safer place.
All right.
The lock on a trunk can be broken just as easily as a door lock.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that's better than nothing. I will say that's better than nothing, but overall, bring your valuables, your firearms, especially inside. Lock your doors, and you should be good to go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got about 3 minutes left here. What else is on your plate this morning?
Well, thankfully, it's a beautiful morning, and we've got a lot of stuff lined up, and as the summer is here and the weather gets a little bit warmer, unfortunately, crime does uptick just a little bit because people are getting out and. The weather's a lot more beautiful. So, just be mindful. Traffic's going to increase on the roads. Watch those speed limits. As a reminder, 109 speed limit did change.
Yeah.
So, just watch your speed as you're traveling to and from. I know spring break is this week, so I guess here in a couple weeks when school comes back, watch out for those school zones. Watch out for people walking to and from school. It seems like Lebanon is becoming a more pedestrian city. I swear I see more and more people walking sidewalks and things like that. So
I seem to have observed more police cars out. They're on the side of the road. I think they're running radars. What I'm guessing, you got a special effort going in that direction right now, or am I just a little more observant?
There's no special effort. If you're seeing more and more police cars, that's a good thing. Our goal is to be more visible. So the more, our belief is, if you see a police car, if you're a criminal, you see a police car, you're probably not going to want to engage in criminal activity in that area. So our patrol officers are becoming more and more vigilant and staying visible as much as possible to try to curb that crime before it starts.
And still controlling traffic to some degree as well.
And we're about 1 or 2 positions from being fully staffed, so that's also it too. And we're very thankful. Not a lot of police departments can say they're fully staffed, but we're about 1 to 2 positions from being fully staffed on our patrol force, and that's incredible. And our community is very, very lucky to have nearly a full police force.
Okay, and your police, what do you call it, police academy that's going on?
Citizens Police Academy.
Okay.
So that started last week. We've got about 30 people in there from the community coming in, learning the ins and outs of our police department. We started that several years ago in an effort to be more transparent with the community. I feel if you come in and we teach you all about what we do, you have the ability to go back out into the community. If someone's, talking about the police department, about something they don't know, you can educate them.
Yeah.
We're going to show them the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that we've got, because we're not trying to hide anything. No public department should ever be hiding anything from the community. And that's our belief, and that's our goal with the Citizens Police Academy.
All right. Thank you all so much for your visit. We'll see you next month. It'll be April then.
Yep, stay weather this weekend.
Yes, right. Zach Patton, Zach Green, Public Information Officers for Lebanon Police Department. And that is part 1 of Coleman and Company. More coming up right here on FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. It's all brought to you by our friends at Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator, plus 0% financing going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Trying to clean up a couple of wrecks we had earlier on 24 westbound near 440 as traffic continues to build in that area on 24 coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County up through Antioch. It's gotten busier at 24 east at the Jolton exit. 65 is finally starting to come alive there southbound down through Millersville through that section of Sumner County. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken has karaoke tonight at the Tanger location. If you want to order online today, it's easy, princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
And now, a moment of silence to remember our dear friend.
Sorry. Oh, man. Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. With a wide range of air conditioners, furnaces, and heat pumps, Rheem makes it easy to feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Financing available through TVA's Energy Right program and your local power company. Call Randy's Heat and Air 237-3604.
Hey, this is Paul with Bates Ford. Come visit our location at 1780 Franklin Road. We have over 300 vehicles to choose from, a state-of-the-art service department, free pickup and delivery. You can visit us on the web at www.tonybatesford.com or give us a call at 615-444-8221. That's Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, the dealer that will trade for anything that don't eat.
Are you looking for a great career with a great company? Do you have extensive heavy equipment experience? AMI Construction, based out of Lebanon, Tennessee, is seeking skilled motor grader operators to join our team. The ideal candidate must have a minimum of 2 years operating a grader. We offer awesome benefits, such as company-paid health insurance, competitive pay, and more. If you're interested in joining a growing company, please visit our website at www.amiconstructioninc.com/join the team or call our office 615-547-0797.
We'll have partly cloudy skies for today. It remains warm. Afternoon highs in the mid-70s. Mostly clear tonight. Lows in the mid-50s. And the partly cloudy and breezy on Friday. Highs in the upper 70s. This forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. With your Severe View forecast, I'm Storm Specialist Drew Richards.
And we welcome you to part 2 of Coleman and Company here on a Thursday morning. Time for us to talk about A.G. and Johnson Realty and Auction. Jay White's with us. Helene Cash is here. Jay, good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
And Helene, good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
All right. A.G. and Johnson Realty and Auction, 728 West Main. You'll find them on the website at www.agandjohnson.com, and that phone number,
615-444-0909.
Well, you got some auctions to talk about, Jay.
We do, Coleman. It's the spring is in the air. It's been a great week this week. We've got a lot done, but this Saturday morning we're going to be out on Canesville Road out in the No-Ring community. We're selling 6 beautiful 5-acre tracts out there right on the Canesville Road. If you're looking for a building tract, if you're looking to build out on the south side of town, I mean they're just some prime building lots out there, some acreage tracts out there that we're going to sell. We're going to start at 10 o'clock, but they're going to sell on site. So come out and be with us if you're looking for some property to build on, or just looking for some acreage, and out in the country. I mean, come out and be with us. These are prime tracks. It'll be a great opportunity.
You got the No-Ring community there. No-Ring is known for a lot of good things.
It is. There's a lot of good folks out in No-Ring. A lot of good things out there. So just come out and be with us on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, and then the following Saturday on March the 22nd, we're coming back to 109. We're getting in the Mount Juliet area again, but down on 109 at 8775.
There you go.
109. It's kind of a tongue twister there, but down on 109, we've got a lot of folks here in the community knew Mr. Kenneth Anderson, but we're selling Kenneth Anderson's estate out there. He was in business here for a long time here in the county and grew up here in the community. But anyway, Kenneth was in the construction business. He was very, very creative and very colorful fella, and he traveled with the carnivals for a while. So we've got a lot of unique things out there. If you're interested in some collectibles, we've got some carnival rides that we're going to be selling. We've got a carousel out there, one of 10 it's 10 that is still in existence. So a very old carousel that we're going to be selling that he had collected. Beautiful carnival ride. It's a smaller ride. If someone looking for something very unique to set up in their barn dominium or something like that, or if they've got grandchildren or something, it's a very unique item. But we've also got a lot of construction equipment. We have trailers, trucks, bobcats, backhoes. Just there's something there for anybody that needs to, working tools, mechanic shop tools, those sort of things. Kenneth had everything.
Get rid of all that.
Well, I'm not planning on being anywhere else that Saturday. We'll probably run 2 rings all day long. Yeah. So Kenneth had got a nice big warehouse out there, and it is full of a lot of working tools. And Kenneth had
your flyer that you're looking at here has some colorful pictures there, and I guess you've got even more on the internet. Probably.
We do. We've got lots of. If you'll get on the internet and take a look, and we've just got.
Actually, on both sides of this.
That's true. It's welders. Mechanic work, toolboxes, all type of mechanic tools, trucks, motorcycles, scooters. Kenneth, he had lots of things out there to work with. So we'll be liquidating all of that next on March the 22nd. So come out and be with us if you're looking for anything like that. Just come out and be with us on that March the 22nd.
As we like to say, there's something for everyone out there on the 22nd.
There will be.
And you've got a way for everybody to either buy or sell when it comes to real estate.
There sure is. As I like to say, we have an agent for everyone. But right now, if you're thinking about selling, you want to give us a call. If you're thinking about buying, you want to give us a call. But if you want to see what we have in inventory, just hop on the website at agandjohnson.com. We have some great existing homes. We have some wonderful new built homes that have never been lived in before. We have some land, some tracts of land that are ready to go that you can purchase right now. So it's a great time if you are ready to go to just start tooling around. We can take you out and look at the properties that are already listed, but we can also help you go around and look at the properties that are out there. So we have an agent that can help you. But currently there's some beautiful new custom built homes in Hartsville, the hot new area of Hartsville, to go out and look. We have several new homes that are already listed that are available. So we have an agent that can help you with that. But there's also a beautiful home on Spring Street here in Lebanon, a historic home on Spring Street that's listed. So there's lots of new properties out there or existing properties that are available.
If somebody's wanting to contact you, is it best to call? Is it best to have an appointment? Or can they just drop in at 728?
They can drop in at 728 West Main. They can drop in, but our agents are usually busy and out in the field working. So if they want to give us a call, we have someone that's available that can talk to you, and we can set up an appointment so that someone will be there to work with you. But you can drop in at any point in time. We always have someone in the office to help you.
Well, Jay, auction this week and next week, and
then the following week.
We'll find out later after that. But the dates that you do have available are probably going fast.
Well, we've got plenty of dates available. We've got plenty of dates available, but they are going fast. If you're interested in, if you're thinking about having an auction, please give us a call at 444-0909. We'd be glad to come out and take a look.
And 615.
The rhythm of it.
That's true.
Thank you all. Have a great week. We'll see you next Thursday.
Thanks, Coleman.
All right. Jay White, Helene Cash, A.J. Johnson Realty and Auction, 728 West Main. We're about 21 before the hour. I have invited Lebanon High Blue Devil football coach Chuck Gentry to be with us today, and he is right here live in studio this morning. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman. Thank you for having me.
Well, it is always nice to have you. We don't do it often enough, honestly, but honestly, too, there's a lot of people that like to be on Coleman and Company, and we appreciate that. But certainly appreciate you being here. And you got an event we want to talk about this morning.
Yes, sir. Our Lebanon High School Football Blue Devil Football Foundation is having our annual Blue and White Casino Night Saturday, May 22nd, 6 p.m. at the Mill here in Lebanon. And it is a wonderful event where you can come and hang out with our coaching staff, hang out with the Blue Devil Football Foundation, hang out with, we expect around 320 people in attendance that night. And just a good night to come out and support the Blue Devil football. And it's an event where we will have a catered meal. We'll have a silent auction. We'll have door prizes. We'll have all the casino games that you can play. With a $75 ticket, you get $30,000 Blue Devil funny money, and you trade those in for chips, and then you get 3 hours worth of games that night to play. At the end, you trade your money in for tickets, and the tickets go towards drawing up 5 large prizes where we'll have some electronic prizes. We'll have a man's prize, a woman's prize, a trip to give away. Just a good night for all, and a good way to, a lot of times when you have fundraisers, you ask for something and really don't give anything back. But this is a night where you can come out, have date night. You can have a table for your employees, however you want to do it. But a good way to support Lebanon football and have fun, get something back also.
Well, now, you've been doing this for a while.
This is the third year, okay. And used to be at the country club. The Lebanon All Sports Booster Club used to do it, and when they went out, the football team got the rights to do it, and our Blue Devil Football Foundation has put it on for 3 years at the Mill. And like I say, I talked to some people yesterday handing out tickets, and they said, it's fun in Lebanon where we get to support something that means something to us and give back, but we also get something out of it and have fun and spend a little time and see a lot of the people in the community that just get to mingle and fellowship a little bit.
Yeah, well, I know you've told us in the past, just went over how much just the equipment for one football player cost, and it's amazing when you
sir,
the helmets and the other things that are cost quite a bit of money.
A brand new helmet's $400, brand new shoulder pads $300, a brand new Nike jersey run you about $150, game pants about $100, and cleats about $100, and just pair of gloves, $50. So when you start adding that up, and you have a freshman team, a JV team, and a varsity team, it gets anywhere from 120 players up in your program. There's a lot of costs and expenses that go into it, and this is one of our major fundraisers where we don't have to get our kids involved. This is all done by the Blue Devil Football Foundation, and there's about four of us coaches that take it by the ears and run, and a lot of social media driven and word of mouth driven. And so just one of the things where we don't charge a student a dime to play football at Lebanon High School. And so I feel like that's important, and it's free to everybody, and it's an opportunity for anybody that wants it.
Do you have a goal? You have a set amount of money you're hoping to raise that you want to reveal, or
no set amount, just as much as we can. And I get the question all the time: if well, what if I don't want to come to casino night? You can send a check to Lebanon High School football, and then we'll take it. You can buy tickets online and not show up. You can get in touch with me, and we'll take any type of donation. But we don't have a set amount. We will raise as much as we can and try to. I say this. I don't have any boys. I have 2 girls. But if my girls were playing football, I would have them in a new helmet every year. And so I try to do that to our older kids, and we purchase about 20 helmets every year. Last year we purchased 65 brand new pair of shoulder pads, and so we try to give our kids the best experience, the best equipment that they can get, and that costs money. So that's what we're doing, trying to give back to them, but trying to raise money in the process.
Okay, and the date for this again?
Saturday, March 22nd, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Mill here in Lebanon.
And then that, I believe, is a week from this Saturday.
That's a week from Saturday. You can find the information on Facebook at my Facebook page, at the Blue Devil Football Foundation Facebook page, at Lebanon Football Facebook page. You can find it on Twitter at Lebanon Football, BDP Football. Just about anywhere you want to find it, you can find it, and if you need it, you can call me at 615-418-7587.
And you've still got a few tickets left.
We've got about 3 tables left, which would be about 24 out of 38, and I've got some people that told me they're going to be in the room and don't have a ticket yet. So last year we were down to 2 tickets. And I gave those away to somebody that walked in, and I said, "Come on in, you get the last 2." So, but we look to have, like I say, we've got it set up, the room set up for 320. We can hold up to 400 people in the room. So, got enough food to feed 350. So, we're hoping to have a big crowd.
Okay, we've got to take a break right here. Lebanon High coach Chuck Gentry, my guest here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $59.95 up to 5 quarts oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Trying to clean up this earlier wreck that's had traffic slow. 24 east past the Jolton exit. A little bit of extra time through there as you come in from Clarksville. It remains heavy on 24. We've seen numerous accidents in the Antioch area this morning already. On 24 as you come in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, there on 24. Again, just trying to get up to Antioch has been a challenge. When you need dependable towing for your car, big truck, it doesn't matter. Call STR Towing and Recovery. Check them out at strtow.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
A.G. & Johnson is your experienced real estate and auction company. This is Jay White. Thinking about buying or selling your home? A.G. & Johnson is ready to assist you with an experienced team of realtors. A.G. & Johnson also specializes in residential, commercial, and personal property auctions, which reduces time on the market and have an exact selling date. Call the experienced professionals at A.G. & Johnson, 615-444-0909. A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction, located at 728 West Main Street, Lebanon.
What is your passion? How can you use that passion to enrich your community? Hi, this is Melanie Minter, President and CEO of the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. Your chamber is the resource for making connections to fulfill your passion. Whether education, nonprofit, agriculture, entertainment, or government relations, Wilson County offers a place for you to be involved. Your chamber connects businesses, individuals, and your passion to the community. We have an enthusiasm for excellence. Join us and catch the spirit. Call or visit our office at 149 Public Square in Lebanon.
We continue here on this Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us. Lebanon High coach Chuck Gentry is with us, football coach. Talk a little bit about how things are going. I guess you do still have spring football.
Yes, sir.
That hasn't occurred yet.
And no, sir. We will start spring football. Let me pull up the calendar here and make sure I tell you the right dates. April the 28th through May the 16th. We have 3 weeks. We'll get in 12 practices. In those 12 practices, 2 of those will be in shorts, the first 2. And then depending on the weather, we'll go up until May the 16th in pads. when we scrimmage Smyrna at home around 6 p.m. On the 16th, and that'll close out. That'll be the ending of spring practice, and then we'll give them a week off and let them do finals, and then we'll start back for right after Memorial Day and for summer workouts.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you this. I know the broadcasting team has had a change. What about your coaching staff? Are you pretty intact there?
Let's knock on wood. Right now, we have stayed pretty much intact with some. Very, very little turnover, maybe adding one. But hopefully we can keep the core of us have been together for good going on 9 years now. So hopefully I can keep those guys around. They do a wonderful job, and they tolerate me, and I try to get out of the way and let them coach.
Well, you when you stay together that long, you know each other pretty well, and what to expect. It's not like having 2 or 3 new ones all the time.
Yeah. It's I've been very blessed to be able to keep the guys. A lot of them played for me at Smith County High School, and younger guys that are now being fathers and husbands and getting deep entrenched in family life also. So it's a balance, and we're all kind of growing up together, I guess.
Well, another thing that from my observation seems to be there's more attention, quite a bit more attention paid to injuries and to football safety than there once was. I mean, I can remember back when I was in high school, somebody get hit, maybe knocked out or half unconscious or something, might be back in the ball game in the second half, and that doesn't happen much anymore.
No, sir. With the concussions and the protocols that they put in place, it's we do our best with our trainer Jacob Woodard to take care of those young men, and there's a return to play protocol. During the game, there's one, after the game, there's all kinds of things. And again, the helmets are as good as you can get. I just talked about a $400 helmet, but we try to put our kids, especially the ones that are playing on Friday nights, in the best possible things, the same things that the professionals are wearing. And then, every 2 years, every helmet has to be recertified, reconditioned, and that is a cost that not only do you have to buy a brand new $400 helmet, you have to pay $70 every other year to get it reconditioned. And you cannot legally put a kid in a helmet on the field in a practice that is not certified within the 2-year window. If you do, it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. And again, your head and your brain's the best thing you got, and you want to take care of it. And we go to great lengths and great pride to take care of it. And it's one of those things that bad thing about it costs money.
Yeah. Well, as you look ahead to spring practice here and the team next year, what do you see at this point?
Well, we will be the thing that I am most excited about going in our playoff game versus Oakland, who went on to win the state championship. We played 9 sophomores. We started 9 sophomores that night, so that means we'll have 9 juniors coming back that started our last game. And I told you off the air a while ago, I feel like our team will be junior driven, mm-hmm. and a lot of that will be from that junior class, and hopefully we'll have some good senior leadership and maybe a sophomore or two that will surprise us. And that's one thing that I'm looking forward to, the new cast of characters getting out there. They've been in the weight room working hard, doing agilities, and so we're a month and a half away from strapping it on and seeing what it looks like out there in the spring.
Do most of the people, most of the guys that play on your team, have they had previous football experience at the middle school level, junior high, whatever we call it? Now?
Most have played, either junior pro or middle school. But we always tell them if you come in as a freshman and you haven't played, that means you have no bad habits. And we have had kids that come in and didn't play before and have ended up playing and started for us and played well. So it just depends. I'm a big proponent of junior pro football, youth football. I started playing when I was 7, but I had wonderful coaches. Mm-hmm. And it's very important that you have good coaches at that age because you can either win somebody over for life or ruin them for life with the game of football because it is a tough physical game. And if you don't handle it right, it's tough. But a lot of errors come through the middle school programs in Lebanon youth football, and we try to help support those teams as much as you can. But it's not a have to.
Which schools are feeder schools to you?
Well, we get some from Carroll, Oakland, Walter J. Baird, Winfrey Bryant. Every once in a while, we'll get a kid from Southside / Tuckers, depending on where they're located. But mainly our two biggest are Winfrey Bryant and Walter J. And then Carroll, Oakland being the county school.
Well, I don't want to get too technical here or whatever, but does the type football they play or the what they're taught there have a great bearing on when they get to Lebanon High?
Well, we try to ingrain some of the things that we do in our program going on down, but it's not necessarily. Yes, they're playing football. It's tackle football. There's 11 men on the thing. Sometimes the terminology is the same, but it's blocking and tackling and playing. So there's a lot that carries over, but for the most part, when we get them as freshmen, they're new, wet behind the ears, and we're talking a foreign language when we start talking to them, and you go. But again, there's a lot of overlap once they understand. Well, he's talking about this, which was that, which now I understand.
You've how many years have you actually been a head coach?
Been a head coach 8. This starts the 9th year.
But you had some previous years.
I had 18 years of being an assistant coach where I worked for Jimmy Maynard and for, I guess, 10 of those years at Smith County High School, he was the principal. So I was kind of in charge of that program. He was there and around, but he wasn't necessarily there, and so I got the privilege of kind of helping run a program without it being my program, and I could default back to him and say, hey, go talk to him if you need.
Well, I guess what I'm sort of leading up to, I don't think you're ready to hang it up or anything, but coaching is still in your blood. You're still enjoying it.
Yes, sir. I don't know what I do. I don't have a lot of hobbies. I don't fish, hunt, golf, any of those things. So I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't coaching football. So I plan on chasing this ball around a little while longer for sure.
Well, you've been quite successful, have you? You hadn't won them all, of course, and I'm sure there's been some injuries, some losses have been a little bit disappointing. But overall, it seems to me you took. You came in here at a low ebb and it built a program up, and it seems like it is still growing, and sky's the limit here.
Well, everybody has said that Lebanon football has always been kind of cyclical, ups and downs, and my whole goal is to every time that we step out there be competitive. I don't mind getting beat, but I hate losing. And so as long as we are competitive and we're doing things, sometimes you run into somebody that's a little better than you. But hopefully we come out there each Friday night and we give ourselves a chance to win. We put a good product on the field that the community can be proud of, and then we go and compete, and after 4 quarters, shake hands, see what happened. But that's the thing about football. On any given night, anything can happen, and so it's fun. I think it teaches these young men more about life than just about anything that you can do. That is, life is hard. Football is hard.
Coach, we got about 2 minutes left, so let's wrap it up here for the main reason you came out, and that is the casino night. It's a week from Saturday night over to Mill, so take it from there.
March 22nd, 6 p.m. at the Mill, casino night. We'll have a food buffet, silent auction, door prizes, all the casino games you can play. All proceeds go to the Lebanon Blue Devil Football Foundation to fund new equipment for our young men. And, it's a good way to give back to the program. A good night to intermingle with a lot of Blue Devil fans and coaches. And, I had a gentleman tell me yesterday, one of the best things that you can do for entertainment-wise for your dollar in Lebanon that travels and does it to a lot of things at a lot of places. So I thought that was a pretty high compliment.
Yeah. And you still have tickets available?
I still have tickets available. You can check it out on the Blue Devil Football Foundation Facebook page, my Facebook page, Lebanon Football Facebook page. Just search it on Blue and White Casino Night on Facebook, and you can probably find it.
And I believe tickets are $70.
Tickets are $75.
$75.
Tickets are $75. Tables are $800. We got corporate sponsorships all the way up to $5,000 or as much as you want to spend, and just a little bit for anybody. And if you really want in and don't have the money, call me. We'll see what we can do.
Well, it's always good to have you with us, and I was really a little impressed with what you said earlier about how long you coaches have stuck together, which I think says a lot for your program in itself. But Lebanon High Blue Devil football's alive and well, and going to be even more benefited by this casino night. So thank you for coming and telling us about it.
Thank you for having me, Coleman.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for Thursday. If all goes well, we'll be back tomorrow and do it all over again. And until then, I wish you a tremendous day.